My name is Schenita Swift, and I'm here at Griffin's General, where we've been open here for June. It'll be 11 years. We specialize in hot, good breakfast and lunch all the way until 1. We have seafood here available and barbecue here on the weekends. Come by and see us.
For over a decade, she showed up to work with a smile that customers looked forward to seeing. On a Friday night shift that started like any other, her brother walked through those doors, something he'd done plenty of times before. Hours later, emergency responders were racing to the scene, and a community was left asking how everything went so horribly wrong. This is Crime on Buzz. Before we get started, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you won't miss out on cases like this.
We have been monitoring this situation for more than an hour now, and you can see that we have a photojournalist giving us a live look at the scene. There is very active presence here by police with those flashing lights. We don't have a lot of information confirmed at this point. What we do know is going on. So far, Apopka police are saying that this is an active crime scene. From our vantage point, you can see in the distance several patrol cars. It appears this is happening at or next to Griffin's General Store. We know the police have shut down West Michael Gladden Boulevard from Hawthorne to South Washington Street, that's south of OBT, and east of the Western Beltway. The public is being urged to avoid this area if you can. We're going to have any breaking developments for you.
West Michael Gladden Boulevard in Apopka, Florida. Griffin's General Store wasn't just another convenience shop in the neighborhood. For more than 10 years, this place had been a gathering spot where locals didn't just grab what they needed and leave. They came to check in, catch up with neighbors, and see the faces that made the store feel like home. And nobody embodied that welcoming energy more than Schenita Swift. At 46 years old, Shenita had been part of Griffin's General Store practically since its doors first opened, clocking in roughly 11 years behind that counter. Store owner Maurice Griffin described her as someone who genuinely enjoyed showing up every single day.
She loved to come to work. She always was on time and no issues with her. Great worker. She came in, she got right to work, no problem.
She brought life to the place. People didn't just stop by, but came specifically hoping to see Shenita, to talk with her, to be around the warmth she radiated. February 6, 2026 started out like every other workday for Shenita. She arrived on schedule, ready to handle whatever the evening shift brought. The store stayed busy with the usual foot traffic, nothing seemed off. Around 6:30 that evening, one of her friends reportedly dropped by and spent some time chatting with Shenita before heading out. Everything appeared perfectly normal when he left. Later that night, Shenita's brother Ezra came through. He'd visited the store before, so his presence wasn't unusual. But in the window between 6:30 p.m. and the time first responders were dispatched, something devastating unfolded. At 8:55 p.m., a call came through to Apopka police about an emergency at Griffin's General Store. Officers rushed to the address at 262 West Michael Gladden Boulevard and made a discovery that left the entire neighborhood in shock. Schenita Swift and her brother Ezra Swift were both found deceased. Medical personnel arrived quickly, and West Michael Gladden Boulevard got blocked from South Hawthorne Avenue down to South Washington Street. Apopka police vehicles filled the surrounding blocks as investigators started gathering evidence.
That breaking news at 11, Apopka police are investigating after 2 people are found dead at a general store. This is viewer video showing crime scene tape up in front of Griffin's General Store. Police have not exactly said what happened at that location. I'm Stuart Moore.
And I'm Michelle Imparato. The roads are blocked as they investigate, and that includes West Michael Gladden Boulevard from South Hawthorne Avenue to South Washington Street. This is all happening near the 441 and 451. West 2's Haley Crumbleholm just got to that scene. Haley, what are you seeing around you? Describe what's happening.
Well, a lot going on here. This is very much an active situation happening here. We just got that confirmation within the last 10 minutes that 2 people were found dead, and this all centers around this general store. I'll come towards the camera here. We can get a closer look. Dozens of Apopka police cruisers out here, and we just, within the last 10 minutes or so, saw someone look to be a crime scene tech in a hazmat suit heading into that general store, just surrounded by Apopka police out here tonight. Now, at this point, detectives are simply saying they're not sure whether this incident is a homicide or a possible murder. They said they are securing the scene. They're working to gather evidence at this point. Still unclear what happened inside of the general store. This area completely blocked off by police and cruisers. They're working to figure out what happened. They said at this point they're trying to notify next of kin, so they're not saying who these people who were found inside, who they are. We're still working to get more information from police. As soon as we have that, we're going to bring it to you on air and online at west.com. For now, live in Apopka, Haley Crumble home, West 2 News.
For everyone watching this scene develop, the confusion was overwhelming. 2 people found unresponsive in a local store on a Friday evening, and nobody had clear answers about what went down. By Saturday morning, Apopka police issued their initial statement. They acknowledged responding to Griffin General Store at 8:55 the previous night, confirmed finding 2 deceased individuals inside, and noted that detectives were actively working to determine what happened. That vague language only deepened the community's concern and left more questions hanging. Throughout Saturday, family members began sharing their heartbreak publicly. People gathered outside Griffin's General Store, bringing balloons, lighting candles, arranging flowers.
A community is searching for answers after a disturbing discovery at an Apopka convenience store. I'm News 6's Mark Lehman. We are outside of Griffin's General Store, where a memorial is growing with flowers, candles, and balloons. All of this is coming as people are paying their respects, and a lot of them are trying to understand how and why 2 people were found dead inside.
And it's sad that, that someone has to lose their life.
Clinton Stanley is a regular at Griffin's General Store in Apopka and is heartbroken after 2 people were found dead inside Friday night. Stanley learning it was his favorite cashier and her brother.
I can't even wrap my head around it, you know what I mean? Because it's not going to be the same coming here and she's not here.
For police, there are more questions than answers. As detectives have been investigating the circumstances surrounding the deaths, they say it's unclear if it's a double homicide or possible murder.
If you know her, she's going to lift your spirit up. Even her brother, good people.
While there haven't been any arrests, investigators stress there are no concerns for public safety related to the discovery. Stanley, meanwhile, says his thoughts are with family.
I'm just a person that's heartbroken, a person that I called a friend, a sister that she's gone.
At this point, detectives say any additional details are limited out of respect for the families involved. We're continuing to press investigators for answers. Meanwhile, anyone with information that can help is urged to call Crime Line at 800-423-TIPS. In Apopka, Mark Lehman, News 6.
The store, which hadn't shut down in more than a decade, stayed closed. Maurice Griffin made the call to keep it that way for the entire week. The fact that this was the first time in over 10 years the store wasn't operating spoke volumes about the gravity of what occurred. For 3 full days, no new information came from Apopka police. Then on February 9th, the department released their final statement. After conducting a comprehensive investigation, detectives concluded this was a domestic situation between the 2 adult siblings. Evidence showed that Ezra was responsible for what happened to his sister before he also passed away. Physical evidence recovered from the scene, statements from witnesses, and forensic analysis all pointed to this being a family incident. The revelation stunned everyone. The person responsible was someone they'd all known. Ezra Swift was 45 years old. Known by the nickname One Country, people remembered him as someone with a playful personality, quick with a joke, the type who could get you laughing when you least expected it. But something had been going on with Ezra. During 2025, he'd had a couple of encounters with police. On July 1, 2025, Apopka police arrested Ezra for petite theft. Several months after that, on September 14, 2025, he was arrested again, this time for resisting an officer. Reports indicated he'd been dealing with housing instability, and his record reportedly showed other serious charges in his past. Could he have been under pressure from money troubles in addition to other things? Did he show up at the store that evening hoping for assistance, and did that interaction take an unexpected turn? Was financial strain weighing on him? What could drive someone to do something like this to their own sibling? According to reports, police had never responded to any previous incidents between these 2 siblings. No domestic calls, no documented arguments, nothing on record. Whatever tension existed stayed completely behind closed doors, never reaching a point where authorities got involved. One of Shenita's childhood friends posted an emotional message on February 7th. She recalled how Shenita entered her life when they were both 12 years old, always had her back, and never let anyone disrespect her when she was around.
She was a sweet girl. She didn't bother no one. Her brother was a sweet dude. He didn't bother no one. They were just lovable people.
Kizzy Ward has known Shenita and Ezra for years, and she's hoping the family finds peace.
Y'all got God on y'all side. He just picked the flower from his garden that he wanted. He chose her. He chose the brother, so he picked 2 flowers at one time at the same time. He wanted both of them.
Ward says despite that, knowing this new reality is still painful.
It's hurtful. It's like I can't come here no more. So, hey, Shenita, how you do? I can't do that anymore because she's not going to be here. She's not going to be here. Her brother, I seen him yesterday walking, so that took effect on me when I actually seen the man walking yesterday. Like, okay, you here today, going tomorrow. I just saw him walking.
Treka expressed gratitude for Shenita's unwavering support and ended by saying justice would be served for both Shenita and Ezra. Another of Shenita's closest friends shared a tribute writing, "To know Shenita, need a bug is to love her. She was one of a kind. When I say a friend with absolutely no disagreements, arguments, fallouts, or nothing. Our friendship was the best, and even when we lived in different states, she's gonna make sure we keep in touch. If she sees my mother and sisters, she's gonna send her love and her number if she changes it. I cried literally all night because who would want to harm her? She's a sweetheart and loved people unconditionally. I'm gonna miss you, Nita, and all the wonderful times we had. Y'all please keep the Swift family in your prayers." Another tribute read, "Sleep in peace to my classmate family Ezra Swift. To know you was to love you. Always smiling and joking, and slow to speak. One country. My deepest heartfelt condolences to my little cousin Ezra Swift and his family. Sleep in peace to his sister as well. She was always so friendly and kind, but don't take it for weakness. He loved his sister as well as her loving her brother. This is beyond devastating." Ezra Swift, Ezra's daughter and Shenita's niece, spoke with reporters. Understandably overwhelmed, she mentioned that the family had very little information from police about how her father and aunt had passed away. She spoke positively about both of them, describing her father as a good man who kept to himself, and her aunt as someone who was deeply loving and cherished by everyone. Customer after customer, friend after friend shared the same sentiments of disbelief and sorrow.
A lot of questions remain after 2 people were found dead inside an Apopka store Friday night. I'm News 6's Mark Lehman. We are at Griffin's General Store. And this is where a memorial has been growing. Loved ones have been placing items out in front, including balloons and candles. We spoke with the daughter and niece of the 2. She says her family is overwhelmed by this, and they're searching for answers.
That they were kind people and that they were loved people.
Ezra Swift sharing with us this picture of her father Ezra. She says he was found dead inside Griffin's General Store along with her aunt Shenita, who worked there as a cashier.
How's your family coping with all of this?
It's a lot, we're trying, but 2 deaths at once is kind of shocking.
Swift says her family doesn't even know how her father and aunt died, as they're getting few details from Apopka police. Investigators initially said it was unclear if it was a homicide or possible murder.
That actually took me back a bit, the murder thing. I didn't know for them to be struggling with anything.
Swift also tells us the 2 didn't have any problems with anyone in the community.
He was a good man. He was very to himself. She was a very loving person. Everybody loved her. People, like I said, would come to the store just to see her.
While there haven't been any arrests, investigators stress there are no concerns for public safety. Swift, meanwhile, is hoping someone comes forward with more about what happened.
If anyone does know anything, I'd really love for them to speak out.
So far, detectives say any additional details are limited out of respect for the families involved. We're continuing to press investigators for answers. Meanwhile, anyone with information that can help is urged to call police. In Apopka, Mark Lehman, News 6.
Regular customers who'd gotten to know Shenita over the years struggled to process the loss.
The community is really shocked.
Griffin's General Store in Apopka was still closed Monday afternoon as people stopped by to add items to the temporary memorial of balloons, candles, and flowers out front.
I'm still trying to process this, because he was a really, really good friend of mine, and she was a really, really good person.
Victor says he last saw his friend Shenita Swift Friday evening when he left the store around 6:30.
It's like unbelievable that something like this could happen to such a wonderful person.
Family members identified Shenita and her brother Ezra Swift as the two people Apopka police found dead inside this business just before 9 on Friday night. In their initial update on Facebook, police said there was no known ongoing threat to the public, and it was unclear if this was a double homicide or a possible murder.
Once you got in the store, she would say something funny to bring you up, even if she didn't know you were down. She was just that type of person. This is a sad situation. I am really shocked.
Marvin Prince says every time he'd see Shenita behind the counter at the general store, she had a smile on her face.
I pray and hope that they find and figure out what happened here, because this is just unbelievable. For that time of night, the store is open. A lot of people is around here, so I don't understand why nobody don't know nothing, but somebody knows something.
And again, the breaking news update at the top of the hour. Apopka police say the evidence collected at the scene, witness statements, and forensic findings confirm that this was a domestic murder between those two adult siblings. Covering Orange County Live in Apopka, I'm Justin Shecker, WESH 2 News.
Shenita's daughter posted a heartbreaking tribute following her mother's passing. She wrote, "Just don't even know where to begin. It just wasn't supposed to end like this, not like this. The shock of all this is unbearably painful. 46 just feels way too soon. You just never know, but I do believe when it's your time, it's your time. My mommy is a go-getter. She loved God. She is a tough lover first, and a fighter immediately after if you mess with her. I've seen her at her lowest, and she never gave in, never gave up, and neither will I. Long live Shenita." The memorial outside Griffin's General Store kept expanding. More balloons arrived. More candles were lit. More flowers were placed. People continued showing up to pay respects, to leave something meaningful, and to grapple with what had happened. These cases spark conversation for a reason. Be the person to offer help if someone needs it. Trust your instincts and don't ignore warning signs. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one on Crime on Buzz. Thanks for watching.